Bold, surprising, and unexpected. These are the words that shook the global fashion scene when Jin, the eldest member of BTS, was suddenly named by the renowned fashion house Nettspend as a new inspiration in the world of haute couture. Questions arose. How could a K-pop idol, known for his idol image on the music stage, now transform into a reference for the highly competitive international fashion industry? Is this merely a marketing strategy, or is it truly a turning point for the birth of a new icon in the fashion world? When this news broke, the fashion world and armies around the globe were stunned. Jin's name was not only placed alongside a line of celebrities who have long been the faces of global fashion, but also confirmed as a figure capable of bringing new energy amidst the stagnation of creativity in major fashion houses. Nettspend, known for not arbitrarily choosing figures to be used as references, emphasized that Jin's aura has the power to shift trends, not just follow them. Herein lies the surprise, that a musician can simultaneously become a symbol of a new lifestyle. Fashion observers analyze that this phenomenon is not a coincidence. Jin has a consistent public image, elegant, charismatic, and full of surprises in every appearance. From classic suits on the red carpet to casual styles often caught on camera, everything seems effortless, as if the clothes were indeed created for him. This gives Nettspend a strong reason to crown him as a new point of reference, even daring to say that the era of Jin in fashion has begun. But why now? According to insiders, the fashion industry is looking for a fresh face capable of bridging two worlds: global music art and luxury fashion. Old names are considered to be losing their resonance, while the new generation needs a more relevant figure. At this point, Jin enters perfectly. His popularity spans continents, a track record without major controversies, and a presence that always captivates the camera's eye, making him an ideal candidate that is hard to match. Not a few are skeptical, questioning whether Nettspend's move is truly born from artistic considerations or merely a business strategy exploiting the Hallyu wave. But the data speaks otherwise. Every time Jin attends an official event in even a simple outfit, online search trends for similar items skyrocket. The brands he wears often sell out in hours. This fact proves that his influence is not just discourse, but a real force capable of moving the market. This phenomenon also marks a major shift in fashion consumption patterns. If the public used to refer to Hollywood actors or top supermodels, now the world is looking towards K-pop figures who confidently carry Asian cultural identities. Jin becomes a representation of that change, an icon who not only sells clothes, but also sells ideas about courage, originality, and pride in identity. Army's reactions were no less enthusiastic. Social media is filled with proud statements, emotional tears, and speculation about Jin's next collaboration. They call this achievement proof that Jin is not just a singer with a golden voice, but also an aesthetic magnet recognized by the world. Some even assert that this is proof that the global industry is finally opening its eyes to the power of Korean culture, which has so far only been considered a temporary trend. Interestingly, Nettspend's recognition of Jin as a new inspiration is not just a symbolic award. Strong rumors are circulating that a number of upcoming collections will incorporate Jin's signature style, simplicity combined with bold details, a balance between formality and softness, and neutral colors enhanced with striking accents. If this is true, the public will witness an aesthetic revolution born from the influence of a K-pop idol. Furthermore, this phenomenon also invites reflection. Is the fashion world now truly ready to accept new faces coming from outside its traditional elite circles? Or is this just a temporary step to capitalize on BTS's popularity? This question remains open. But one thing is clear, Nettspend's statement has etched a new historical line that cannot be erased so easily. Fashion Week, which is usually full of surprises, has now found its star. With Jin named as a new inspiration, the fashion world is no longer just talking about fabrics and clothing cuts, but about how one figure can shake a paradigm. Do you, as a reader, believe that Jin will truly become the next global fashion icon, or do you see this as a mere marketing maneuver? The answer will determine how we view the intersection of music, culture, and fashion in the future. One thing that must be emphasized immediately. Although the news about Nettspend mentioning Jin of BTS as a new inspiration in the fashion world sounds shocking and triggers widespread debate, we still need to refrain from immediately swallowing it whole. The question is this information truly an official acknowledgement from an international fashion house, or is it just an echo amplified by the flow of social media? Is it possible that this is just a sensational news construct deliberately designed to go viral? If we trace its emergence, this news was first widely discussed on various platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, which incidentally often become sources of unfiltered information explosions. From one short upload, the rumor grew into a large discourse that was repeatedly quoted as if it had legitimacy. But behind that hustle and bustle, don't you feel the need to ask, where is the official evidence that we can hold on to? If there really is a statement from Nettspend, why hasn't there been any publication on their official website or major fashion media that usually quickly confirms? This phenomenon reveals a deeper problem: how the global public, especially fans, easily gets carried away by dramatic narratives. Love and admiration for Jin often blur the lines between fact and opinion. But isn't it dangerous if we only rely on emotions without ensuring the truth? Could this not open up space for information manipulation, which ultimately benefits certain parties more than providing real insight? On the other hand, we also cannot deny that Jin does have an extraordinary appeal. With his charm and influence, it is very reasonable for big brands to pay attention to him. But the crucial question is, has that attention really been realized in an official acknowledgement, or is it just speculation polished by online media? How likely is it that this information is just a fan-made narrative promoted by certain communities to maintain euphoria? Let's imagine the most extreme scenario. If it turns out that this news is a hoax, what are the implications for the fashion world and also for Jin's name itself? Of course, there will be great disappointment, both from armies and the general public, for feeling deceived. This could create a bad precedent, where every positive news about K-pop idols becomes doubted for its validity. Are you willing to see the reputation of an idol as big as Jin tarnished just because we all believe too quickly? But conversely, if this news is true, then we are witnessing a historic moment in the shift of global fashion power. Jin will officially join the ranks of international fashion icons who influence the direction of world trends. The question is, are we ready to welcome this new era with critical reasoning, or are we just trapped in euphoria without further questions? Because official recognition from a renowned fashion house is not just about celebration, but also carries major consequences for the industry and popular culture. It needs to be emphasized that the information we present comes from various online media, ranging from short content on TikTok, reviews on YouTube, to long discussions on Twitter. However, the factual truth still requires further verification. Precisely here lies our greatest challenge as a digital audience. Are we critical enough to sort out what is fact, what is opinion, and what is just viral sensation? So, before you join in spreading this news, ask yourself, have I checked the official sources? Is there strong evidence besides video snippets or fan account uploads? Is it possible that this news was created to simply boost interaction on social media? These are the questions that we should always carry in every consumption of information in the digital era that is full of sensationalism traps. In the end, we are not inviting you to reject the news about Jin and Nettspend outright, but inviting you to stop for a moment, weigh, and analyze. Has Jin really become an official inspiration in the fashion world? Or are we just enjoying a big narrative created to go viral? Remember that skepticism does not mean hating, but is part of intelligence in dealing with the increasingly rapid flow of information.